Hi guys, so in today's tutorial we're going to learn how to draft this gorgeous strapless blouse. So this blouse has a scallop neckline, you can see on the pattern, and also a basque waistline in front with a snatch waistline. You can use a Bustier method to achieve this. You can also use a princess dart to achieve this. Okay, so let's dive into today's tutorial. First, fold your pattern into two like so, then go ahead and place your tape. Come down by how many inch you use for your off shoulder. Okay, come down by how many inch you use for your off shoulder. I normally use 6 inch, but for the sake of this tutorial I was able to remove like 6.5 inch for my off shoulder. I came down by 10 inch for my bust point, under bust 13 inch, and the waistline, that is my half length, 16 inch. The full blouse length I use 23 inch. So after making those points, I will go ahead and use my ruler to connect a straight line using the dots. Do you get?
Open eye, feel the waves cut through.
After ruling out my straight line, I will mark half of my shoulder measurement and also repeat the same thing at the chest line. I'll go ahead and connect like so. After doing that, I'll also come down by 3 inch for my neck depth, and I will mark 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Okay. Also, I'll mark 3 inch for my neck width. Note that this is just for a guide. We are not using or making use of the neckline. Alright. So after connecting my shoulder slope like so, you can see what I have. The next thing I want to do now is to mark half of my nipple to nipple at the chest line, bust point, under bust, waistline, and top length. Divide your nipple to nipple, that is your bust span, by 2. Whatever you get, mark half of it. Okay. So now that I'm done, I will connect a straight line using my pencil and ruler. Can you see? So after doing that, from that bust point line, I will go down by 1 inch. Alright, and on the waistline, I'll mark half inch on both sides. So this will serve as my dart intake, and I'll also repeat the same thing at the top length. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I want to do now is to connect. Okay, from the waistline, I'll connect to the top length just like this, and from the underbust, I'll go ahead and connect to the waistline. Can you see? I repeat, this is my dart intake. Okay, so after I was done with that, next I want to do is to tighten the underbust. So from that point, from the underbust line, I marked half inch. All right, I went in by half an inch, and from the underbust line on the other side, I went out by 1.5 inch. If you're very busty, you can mark 1 inch on the other side, then 2 inch on the other side. Can you see? Then go ahead and connect it into the dart leg. Next is to make your curve. Just place your curve rule like so. You can also achieve this using your free hand. Go ahead and connect your curve shape just this way. So I'll also tighten the overbust area. So for the tightening, I use half inch on both sides, and also use my curve rule to connect to the bust point. Can you see what I'm doing here? Can you see? So you connect like so. Okay, so after I was done with this, next thing I want to do now is to include my body measurement. So I marked quarter of my bust measurement and also replaced that, and at the waistline I marked quarter of my waist measurement and I replaced that I have there. Can you see? So once I'm done with that, I'll come down to the top length, then I'll mark quarter of my hip measurement and also replace that. What I have there was 1 inch. I went ahead to replace it like so. I'm here to add my seam allowance, and I'll do that later. So I use my pencil to connect from the chest line to the waistline, then from the waistline to the top length. Okay, so after I was done with this, next thing I want to do now is to come down from the bust point by 1.5 inch. This 1.5 inch will serve as my bust dart. Okay, so to do this, you should use the difference between your front half length and your back half length. Whatever you get, go ahead and make use of it. Okay, that should be your bust dart. The next thing I want to do now is to achieve the scallop neckline effect. So from that point to the chest line, I had 6.5 inch, which I removed from my off shoulder. So from the chest line, I went up by 2 inch at the center front. Can you see? I went up by 2 inch, and at the armhole side, I also went up by 2 inch. Can you see? So I'll place my curve rule like so, then I'll connect a curve. You can see what I'm doing here. You just place it like so, then you connect your curve. Okay, Then once you are done with this, you're going to repeat the same thing on this other side. Carefully place your curve rule like so. Then use your pencil. Okay, use your pencil to connect to meet that point. Can you see? But give a little space. You don't need to get to that point exactly where you mark your 2 inch, but just give a little space. Then you place your tape, come down by your normal armhole depth. My armhole depth is 7.5 inch. I went ahead to mark it. Can you see? So after that, I'm going to use my free hand to just make a point, like make it pointed. All right, make it pointy like you see me did at the, at the center front of the pattern. So once you're done with that, use the curve rule to now connect from the armhole depth to that point. Can you see what I have here? It's very simple. If you don't have a curve rule, you can also achieve it using your free hand. So I'm done with the achieving of the scallop neckline. So we are going to tighten our waist. So I want to use 1 inch for my waist cinching. So what I did was, from that waistline I came in by 1 inch. Then I'll place my ruler like so. From the chest line I will connect to the waistline, and from the waistline I will connect into the hip line. Okay, I'll just connect into the hip line like so. Can you see? Then ensure that point is not make sure it's not too sharp. Okay, just blend it a little. Now I'm including my sewing allowance, sorry, my seam allowance. So for the seam allowance I use 1 inch, and at the top length I will add extra 1.5 inch to the 1 inch. Then I'll have about 2.5 inch. This will give you the effect at the side. Okay, so I went ahead to mark. After marking, I'll use my stretch ruler to connect. Okay, I'll just extend the line to meet the 2.5 inch I marked. So once I'm done with that, I'll use my ruler to connect. Okay, so I'll connect from that chest line to the waistline, then from the waistline to this other end. Okay, so after I was done with this, next thing I want to do is to make a curve. I want to achieve the basque waistline effect. So I went up from the top length by 2.5 inch. So after I was done with that, I'll first use my pencil to make a mark. Okay, then I'll use my stretch ruler to just connect. I'll not leave it sharp. I want to add a little curve, okay, so that we can get what is actually in the picture. So what I did was to close up the dart. All right, ensure you close up your dart. Then once you close up your dart, go ahead, use your ruler to reconnect. Okay, so when I was reconnecting this, I tried to just come down a little bit from that, from the center front. Okay, just 1/2 inch. Just watch what I'm doing. I just went down by almost 1/2 inch self. So after connecting to that point, you can see what I have. So what I want to do now is to use my marker to outline those lines so that it's very visible for everyone to see. So this is what I have here for my pattern. Can you see? The next thing I want to do now is to go ahead and cut this out. Just watch what I'm doing so you know how to cut yours. Okay, so if you have watched to this point, kindly hit on the subscribe button. Ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel Star by Kosi, so you're always notified anytime new video drops. So after cutting, you will have to close up your dart. Close up your dart like so, then reconnect that side. Okay, you should reconnect like this for your pattern not to show too much. So go ahead and cut out the remaining part. So once I'm done with this, you can see what we have here for our front pattern. We are going to cut the back pattern. For the back pattern, go ahead and place it like so. Then I will come down by 6.5 inch again. Okay, then I'll come down by my back half length, which is 14.5. I'll also come down by 23 inch for my blouse length. I repeat the same thing here. Then after that, I'll roll out a straight line using those dots just this way. Then after that, I'll just go ahead and level. After doing that, next thing I want to do is to mark half of my shoulder measurement at that top. Then I'll do the same thing at the chest line. Then I'll connect a straight line using those two dots. Okay, just like we did in front. So once I'm done with this, next thing I want to do is to come down by 1 inch shoulder slope, then connect. Okay, so I also mark half of my nipple to nipple, which is the 3.5. After marking it, I'll just connect a straight line using my pencil. Then from that chest line, I'll come down by 1.5 inch. Then also I'll go out by half inch on both sides. This is for my dart intake. From the waistline, I'll go ahead and connect. Then I will not take this half inch down to the top length. I'll just stop it somewhere around here. But if you want to measure, you can just go up from the top length by 2 inch and stop your dart there. Once I'm done with that, I will just add my quarter of bust measurement, waist measurement, and the hip measurement. Okay. So once I'm done with that, ensure you replace your dart for the back. Then go ahead and connect your body measurement. So once I'm done with that, at that chest line, I'll go in by 1 inch, just like we did in front. This is for the waist inching. Then go ahead and reconnect. Okay, just this way. So after I was done with this, the next thing I want to do now is to add 1 inch for my seam allowance. You can add 1.5 inch for your seam allowance or 2 inch. It depends on how many inch you need for your allowance. And at that top length, I also went out by 2.5 inch. I already told you guys what I use the 2.5, what I'm using the 2.5 inch for, and the kind of effect I want to have. Okay, so just go ahead and connect. All right. So after connecting, the next thing I want to do now is to divide the 1.5 inch which I use for my front bust dart. I'll divide it by 2, then I will share it at the waistline. Okay, you divide it by 2, you share at the waistline, just this way, then go ahead and connect. All right. So after connecting like so, can you see what I have? After connecting like so, what next I want to do is to go in from the center back by half inch. Okay, this is to enable our loop sit very perfectly and to also avoid any form of boredness. Can you see? Just go ahead and do what I just did here. So after I was done with this, next thing I want to do is from the top length, I'll just go up by 2.5 in, just like we did in front. Then go ahead and connect. Okay, from that point you connect it this way. All right, so after I was done with this one, the next thing I want to do again is determine how deep I want the back neckline to be. So I'll use 8 inch for it. Okay, and from that point I'll also come down by 7.5 inch for my normal armhole depth, just like we did in front. Then from that 8 inch, I'll just go ahead and connect. From the armhole line, I will add a little curve. Okay, I'll just add a little curve, just this way. Then I'll connect to the center back. Okay, so now that I'm done with this, next thing I want to do is to mark about 2.5 inch. This is for my back opening. Okay, you can use 3 inch for your own back opening, or even 3.5. It depends on how wide you want your loops to be. Okay, so I used 2.5 inch for mine. So I went ahead to make a straight line with it. You can also make it slanted. It depends on how you actually want it to be. So the next thing I did was to close this that. Okay, the next thing I did was to close up that. Okay, so after closing, you can see what I have here. So I will have to use my ruler and marker to reconnect that shape. Okay, I will not cut it out like this, because if I cut out like so, our pattern will short. Okay, so just go ahead and reconnect. So you can see what I have here. I almost lost like half an inch if I did not do this. So now I'll just go ahead and cut out. So after cutting out, you can see what I have here. I'll label as back pattern, and this is where my loops will be sitting. Okay, so guys, this is what I have, and you can see the side front and the back side. You can see how equal it looks, and this is my pattern for the front and back. Okay, so what I did was to join these 3 pieces. That is the front. I'll just join it together. So guys, this is what we have here after it's done. This is our scallop neckline. If you have watched this point, kindly hit on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.